generally people, when they get a little bit of power, then it goes to their head. Prabhupada was, I remember we were together with him in 1968 in Montreal, and that time was the year, around that time was the year of the Montreal World's Fair. I don't know French hardly, a few words only. Terre des Hommes or something. It was Man and His World is the English translation. And they're very proud. And Prabhupada, he said, what is it? Man and His World. You know, it's God's world. It's not man's world. And he would always pick out how this egoistic consciousness of man, and become man in his world. That consciousness is what has destroyed the ecology today. We think it's our world. Human beings think this is our world. And if we want to, we can mess around with it. But we get shown. If it was our world, then we could adjust things when we mess it up. But we pollute the atmosphere, we create the acid rain, we create the various problems. Whenever I go to Chile, they always tell us in Buenos Aires in South America how the ozone, and also Australia, the ozone hole, big hole in the ozone layer down there, which they have to put sunglasses on the cows, otherwise they go blind. Here in the north, I don't think you have that ozone hole, but somehow it comes up in the south. And people get skin cancer very easily in the southern hemisphere because of the thin layer or the non-existent layer of ozone. Because man in his world has destroyed God's, the planet by their imbalances. So the true consciousness that is needed to be established is God's world, man and God's world, and how we should treat God's world according to His law. It's Krishna's world. So this theme, I could see that Prabhupada, he kept bringing up these points. One time it became winter, and before winter, I think Prabhupada left. But what happened was in the newspaper, the Montreal city government published a picture of their new snowblower that they had procured, which was going to deal with the snow, because just like Sweden and Canada, this gets quite cold and there's a lot of snow. And so here was a machine that could automatically, I'm sure now there's many such machines, this is 68, but this was the first invention that would take the snow and blow it off the road. It's a very common machine now, but that time it was a very new machine. And so the headline was, Man Conquers Nature. And then probably, how ridiculous, right? They can't stop it from snowing. They can't, make it warmer. All they can do is they can blow the snow 3-4 meters off to the side. And because they could blow the snow a few meters off, then they're so, man has conquered nature. It's like, so where do these people, what do they think? How ridiculous. So this has been happening as soon as they discovered the DNA molecule was a essential building block life. They immediately thought, next thing we're going to do is we're going to create life. Then headlines started coming in the 60s, right? God is dead. Science is God, right? This is, and of course they could never create the life. And now some people are thinking that maybe science is is creating so much death that people, because there's a little bit of a whiplash, a kind of a reaction now. People are becoming very much allergic to over science. And the situation in Europe now with the mad cow situation, where science has again outdone themselves and their demoniac creativity by feeding cows with their animal, non-vegetarian flesh byproducts, garbage from the slaughterhouses, and then created this disease which in the cows, where they're spongiform, where the brain becomes like a sponge. And now they're finding human beings that eat that beef some of them have gotten this disease, and the scientists have been saying, well, no, it's just an accident. It could never be from this purpose. But now in Italy, they're finding that, well, there's no other good explanation. It could be that this is the cause. So now their solution is kill all the cows, right? And then so the slaughterhouses are not set up for, to kill that many cows at one time. So they thought, well, let's take them out in the ocean and dump them in the sea. This is what we're facing. People wonder, why are there problems in the world? Why are we, suffering diseases and things? If people could just understand the law of karma, that for everything we do, there's a reaction. And that includes what we do to animals, what we do to nature. The biggest problem of the modern world that Prabhupada said with people is a godless society. They don't accept the supreme power of the Lord, and therefore they just do whatever they feel like it. Right? The government is trying to, quickly we have to do something. Our economy is going to be affected. Let's get rid of those cows, troublesome. I mean, they created the problem by having created these cows by their whole, and now their solution is kill the cow. What did the cow do? So in this way we get a world which is just totally insane. And the only hope of sanity is that people have to be brought up to knowledge of these Krishna conscious principles, the Bhagavad Gita, what is nature, what is life. I mean, before they can even begin to understand about Krishna, they need to understand what is the basic laws that govern this universe. Of course, if they can understand Krishna, even they don't understand all this. Some people, they just love Krishna. You see, that's what the Brajavasis, they didn't know all the laws of nature, everything, but they knew that they loved Krishna and they respected the Vedas and they followed. And that used to be what is happening in centuries. At least people respect certain natural laws. But because of being overproud by a little bit of scientific progress, they think now we can control everything and we can do whatever we want. And of course we don't know what's going to happen with all the genetic playing around that people are doing. Occasionally you see on the airplanes they come up with these different, I don't know exactly what they're all about, but there's some kind of movies about what happens with weird monsters on the screen. I don't know the whole thing, but they create some monster because of this genetic changing or this or that. Could be. Who knows what's going to happen with this, all this. So these wizards at Krishna's time, they wanted to kill Krishna directly. And it's still going on. I mean, basically killing Krishna, killing his order, killing the natural law that he's created, even killing the cows which are dear to him. The whole thing is demoniac. And Prabhupada came to put an end to demoniac consciousness by introducing Krishna consciousness. By putting an end to the material consciousness, they had to replace it with the God consciousness.